It's been 7 months since we've been able to gather as a congregation in the sanctuary on Dudney Avenue. On October 18th, we will resume in-person worship services, but there will be a number of aspects of our gathering that will be new and unfamiliar. In this short video, we will cover our COVID-19 protocols. Welcome back. When you enter the church, you will be greeted, but not with a handshake or hug. Instead, a friendly wave will welcome you. There are new foot-operated hand sanitizing stations placed just inside the main doors. Please use the sanitizer when you arrive. 1 squirt will be sufficient. We are requiring all in attendance to wear face masks. If you forgot to bring one with you, the greeter will give you a disposable mask for you to use for the service. Then you will be invited to wait until an usher can show you to your seat. The blue dots on the floor indicate the proper physical distancing required. If it is a communion Sunday, there will be pre-packaged communion elements available on a table in the narthex. If you didn't bring your own elements from home, you are welcome to pick up one of these. These are only available with grape juice, so they are all the same. An usher will show you to your seat. You will not be allowed to seat yourself in your favorite pew. This is to ensure proper physical distancing and appropriate traffic flow. Once seated, you should stay in your pew. The first thing you should do when you're seated is to fill out the orange contact card. These cards will allow for proper contact tracing if the need ever arises. When you've finished the card, put it back in the pew rack. You may well spot someone you know you'd like to visit with. Sadly, this is an aspect of gathering together that needs to be restricted at this time. Once seated, if at all possible, remain in that spot until the worship service is over. The service will proceed just as you have seen with the online worship services. No hymnals will be used. All the words required for the congregation will be on the projection screens. If we have communion and you're using the pre-packaged elements, you will notice that the bread wafer is under a plastic tab on the top. First, you need to open that part of the package. Then, a second tab that covers the juice will need to be removed in order to complete the eating and drinking for communion. There will not be coming forward to the altar for communion at this time. The elements will be consumed in the pews as directed by one of the pastors. We are encouraging people to bring communion elements from home. Pastor Lynn is showing a kit she put together with containers from a dollar store. First, there is a container that holds everything. This particular one has a nice handle for ease of carrying. Inside the kit, there is a small white cloth that Pastor Lynn sets down first, and on top of that a few small bowls or dishes for placing the bread on. Pastor Lynn is setting for 2 people in this example. There are a couple of small glasses which can be filled with wine or juice from a small container with a sealable lid. Over top of the elements, another small white cloth is placed, and it remains until it is time to commune together. When the worship service is concluded, the congregation will depart in the reverse order that they were seated. Thus, those seated closest to the back will exit first. At this time, the pastors will stay at the front as people leave the church. If you're wanting to speak with one of the pastors, simply come forward and wait at the front near the chancel, and one of the pastors will come and speak with you in turn. Proper physical distancing will be observed. In order to limit the amount of surfaces that need to be sterilized, the water fountain will not be available, and we are asking that you not use the washrooms at the church unless necessary. Washrooms will be used by one person or family at a time. Finally, Wanda, our parish worker, will demonstrate the proper way to wear a disposable face mask. Ensure the white strip is at the top and the blue facing outwards from your face. Make sure the mask covers your nose and mouth fully and is sealed as much as possible at the top and on the sides. Make sure you have used hand sanitizer before handling your mask. Wear the mask until you've exited the church and dispose of it properly when you're at home. It will be good to gather together again in our sanctuary, even with these new protocols that we have to follow. Remember to pre-register for the service by contacting the church office by Friday afternoon. If you have any questions about the content of this video or other concerns related to resuming in-person worship, please contact Pastor Dennis or our council chairperson, Kathy Tiefenbach. May the Lord bless our gatherings and keep us safe.